We should really talk about what's going on in the BOJ. We do have a conference there right now where we're expected to hear from Governor Kuroda himself. And it was just about 2 years ago around this time, I think 3 years ago around this time, where he told everyone about this Peter Pan mentality, right? Just kind of go off and believe in it and things will kind of work out in that way. And you need positive attitude and conviction. What do you make of the BOJ communication now, years later, as you know, we continue to kind of wait on any kind of signs of normalization?
Well, I'm a big supporter, Yvonne, of what Governor Kuroda has done at the Bank of Japan. I was a long-term critic of the rather passive, timid approach under the previous governors. So, you know, the Governor Kuroda has grabbed the bull by the horns and I think has done everything right in terms of the communication of monetary policy and also the action. You can't fault the Bank of Japan for not being aggressive. But the challenge in Japan is that you had an economy that's been in deflation for 15 or 20 years, depending on how you look at it. And it's very difficult to take an economy like that and with just monetary policy alone, dislodge deflationary expectations, raise them, you know, 2.5 percentage points and re-anchor them. And the missing element there, I think, is fiscal policy. Japan, believe it or not, has never really had a period of sustained, aggressive, coordinated monetary and fiscal policy. And sustained is a very important word there. So I think the big question for Japan now, the labour market is looking very tight here. I think the prospects for success are pretty good, but you have now the second consumption tax hike looming in October 2019, and it's only a little bit more than a year away. So are we going to repeat the same old pattern that we've seen in the past for the last 25 years in Japan of, you know, the foot on the monetary accelerator and then the other foot tapping on the fiscal brakes? That is not conducive to getting Japan on a 2% inflation path once and for all. I think it can be done, but it will require the right policy.